Hey everyone, welcome back to the Content Club with myself, TinaCalder from Excalibur Press. Delighted to be back, and this time we're chatting about how to create a blog post without actually writing a single word. And it's something that comes up quite a bit when we're doing our blogging workshops. And I know that there's this absolutely, massive tide of people who are saying, blog posts are the way forward. It's time to get writing, to get that SEO content on the site. Even to the point that people are saying that long form is getting more popular and all of those things. And we could wrap ourselves up in an absolute panic trying to, get all of that into our websites by doing social media, doing our digital marketing, doing our traditional marketing. And at the end of the day, then we forget to actually do the work that we're there to do. And we find that a lot with our clients, that there are some clients who are pushing so much effort into their digital marketing that they're not actually doing enough sales prospecting and stuff. So one of the things that we want to do is try to streamline that process for people, especially those who don't like writing or who aren't confident about writing. And one of the things is that they're saying to us, how can I get blog posts put together without actually writing myself? And the simple answer is that you get someone else to write it for you. But what happens there's a cost implication to that. And certainly for many businesses and many people, that's the easiest and quickest way. And for them, when they weigh up the costs of getting someone else to do the blog, as opposed to the time that it takes them and taking that time out of their business and what that time value is to them, it does make sense. However, there are other ways that you can do it. If you're the kind of person who is more than happy to stand in front of a room full of people and find it really easy to talk about that subject or that passion or that thing that you do, then I would say the answer is very simple. You need to stick to what you know. So if talking about something rather than writing it down helps you focus your thoughts and collect your ideas, then you should allow your voice to create those blogs. And the quickest and easiest way to do that is to record yourself, either talking on a video on your phone or to download an app that will allow you to voice record. The app that I use is MTSR Pro, and that's the one that I'm recording this podcast on today, just on my phone. There's no fancy setup, there's no microphone, there's no sound booth, there's no editing involved. I literally just bang in, get it recorded and get out again. So MTSR Pro, there is a link on the Content Club website. So if you go to contentclub.excaliburpress.co.uk, you can read this podcast in a blog. MTSR Pro is very simple. You literally put your phone on airplane mode. That's the big tip. Otherwise, if somebody rings you or texts you, it might knock it off and you lose your content. So there is the ability to record 4 tracks at once. You don't need to. You just need to use the first one. And it's very easy then to export your piece of audio. So what we want to do is we want to get it down on your phone and email it to yourself. And then what I want you to do is download it. And what we're going to do is you have 2 choices then, because you want to transcribe this. Either you could turn it into a podcast, for example, and we have a completely different blog post on that. It's called Do You Want to Start Podcasting? Here's how I did it in just 2.5 hours. And again, that's on contentclub.excaliburpress.co.uk. However, the goal of this podcast is to get a written blog out of this. And there's 3 options. Number 1, you could take the time to transcribe it yourself. Stop, start, type in every single word. Or you could get someone else or a member of staff to do it in-house if you have a team there. And the one that I prefer and the one that I certainly would recommend would be to upload it to rev.com. That's rev.com, and it's just $1 per minute. So if you record 5-10 minutes, you're talking $5-10 to get that put into written form. It's the quickest and most efficient way to complete the task. We've been using Rev for some time now, and it's really, really accurate. It's not computer generated. Rather, the recordings are all being transcribed by humans, which is really good at that price. we estimate if we're transcribing content within the office, it's around 4.5 times the length of the recording. So if you record for an hour, it's going to take 4.5 hours for someone to transcribe it. So it does work out much better to pay that $60 than to pay somebody for 4.5 hours. And then once you've got it transcribed, you download it. Normally it's within 24 hours, you get it back. And it's all it is about creating a decent headline. We'll have a blog post coming up on that. It's probably up already by the time you read this. If not, it will be coming up soon. So there will be a blog post on Content Club about headlines. So you want to create a headline based on the points you've made within the recording. And what I would say is, before you make the recording, just write down a list of bullet points, a list of the key things that you want to talk about, and then deliver them as you would deliver in a conversation or in a talk on stage. What you could do is, if you do talks, you could just record the talks that you do, or you could record part of a meeting where you're discussing a particular tactic or a particular thing, and so you use those bullet points then as your subheadings within the content, and you just give it a little tweak, give it a little edit, take out those ums and ahs and the unnecessary language, or get someone else to do that. But what you've got is a really authentic blog post that is your voice, your language, your tone. Also, it has the expertise that you want to get in there, and it allows you to tweak and edit it as you go along. And don't forget, every blog post can be edited, tweaked, amended, deleted, whatever. So get it up there. Let's see what people think of it. See if they like your style. Ask for some opinions. But do get it up and do get it published. And I think that this is a really cool way of doing it for those of you who are not quite confident in writing, or just simply don't have the time or don't like it. And also the great thing is, if you do have an agency retained, you can record it and just send it to them and let them do all the work. So anyway, thanks very much for tuning in again. That's how to write a blog without writing a single word. And I suppose, writing down your bullet points. Okay, so for anyone that's caught that, you do have to write something, but it's literally a list of 3, 4, 5 words or phrases. But don't forget that Excalibur Press, we have a team of 12 writers in a variety of specialisms, writing blogs, website content, and some high-level corporate copywriting. So we can always help you. We can help you with ideas. We can help you with the actual writing, or we can help you with the editing as well. Or simply, maybe you want help with some of the functional stuff of getting it up on social media or putting it out to the press. But do give us a call if that's something that we can help with. If not, please keep tuning in to the Content Club and check out the website, contentclub.excalibur.press.co.uk. There's lots of free resources on there, lots of blog posts, lots more coming soon in the new year. And of course, if you want to speak to one of us, drop us an email to team@excaliburpress.co.uk, or you can email me direct, tina@excaliburpress.co.uk. Or you can give us a call to the office on 07982 62 8911, or you can text us and you can find out a little bit more about what Excalibur Press does at our own website, and that's excaliburpress.co.uk. Don't forget to share this. We're more the merrier. Give it out to whoever you think that it might help, and thanks again.